Hi everybody, Lance Patterson, Director of Golf here at the Promontory Club. Last week in our newsletter I put in there a true but series. So what I mean by true but is like there's so many things in the golf swing that people talk about that are true, but people don't always talk about them in the right way. So now they've become like this is a standard and they're not necessarily a standard. So I'm going to do 3 videos for you over the next 3 weeks. The first one's going to be about shoulder turn. Second one's going to be about athletic posture. And then the third one is going to be about keep your head still. So today we're going to talk about shoulder turn. So we've all heard, hey, you need to turn your shoulders. And I've had a million people come up to me in a lesson and say, hey, what are you working on? And they'll say, I'm working on my shoulder turn. Well, that's great, but there's 2 times that the shoulders turn in your golf swing, and it's not where you think. So most people think that the golf swing starts with a shoulder turn, and that's just not true. The shoulders turn at the end of your backswing and the end of your finish. So here's what I mean. When I make my golf swing, the first thing that actually turns is my tummy. The second thing that's going to turn is my rib cage, and then the last thing is my shoulders. Now if you see, my shoulders turned not because I forced them to turn, but because the segments turned before. So the first thing that goes is my tummy, then my ribs, and then my shoulders. What happens if you turn your shoulders first is usually you get this left arm kind of swoops out and away from you. The club gets over here inside and all goofy. This is no longer connected. But if I turn my tummy first, that forces my shoulders to turn. Then I go rib cage. And then at the end, I turn my shoulders again. And then for your downswing, you just reverse that. So when I'm up here at the top, first thing that's going to turn, tummy, ribs, and then as I go through, then my shoulders turn. So a lot of the books you're going to read, a lot of stuff you're going to hear about shoulder turn, everybody perceives that to happen first in their golf swing. And the other thing, it destroys your back. So your spine you have your thoracic spine, which is the top, cervical spine's up top, then thoracic, and then lumbar. If I turn my thoracic spine or my shoulders first, you rip your lumbar spine apart. So if you have back problems and you're trying to turn your shoulders, that's probably why. Because when I do this, my lumbar spine that's not supposed to turn is just getting ripped apart. If I allow my tummy to go first, it keeps the lumbar spine neutral and then puts less stress on your back. So there's your first True But series. We'll see you next week. Hey, if any of these things resonated with you and you're ready to work on your game, we have 3 instructors. We have Doug Roberts, our Director of Instruction. We have Haley Costello, who's an Assistant Director of Instruction. And new this year is Carly Hirsch. She is a new Assistant Instructor. And then we also have an entire team of PGA golf professionals that are all ready to help you with your game. So make a phone call, send an email, let's get better at golf.